Guys, welcome. We are currently in the Netherlands. Oh my God, all you could smell was the ammonia from the birds. You see the feathers. Absolutely fucking sickening. The smell. I'm with Chip. This is Chip's first time bearing witness, but we're gonna be able to get a good look at these trucks, I think, because they have to wait on the side of the road. Oh, the smell is just awful. It reminds me of when I used to be an inspector. The smell I have to endure. I'm gonna go on this side, Chip, so that way maybe they can't see. Thanks for being here, guys. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe. Went live early. Oh, there's a guy there. So he might have something to say. Sorry about the wind. Hey, Mel and Steve, thank you. This is Chip's first time bearing witness. And so we are here. What is he doing? Are you hitting the birds? Why are you hitting the birds? Why are you pushing the birds? With that metal weapon? Yeah, it is a weapon. Why are you hitting them? As you can see, the crate is broken. And this guy was hitting a bird. I don't know why. Can you imagine being crammed in this situation? And this is your life. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. The smell is something that you can't replicate, as they're covered in their feces. And apparently they use metal prods to push the birds around. For what reason, I don't know. Some sort of a presentation, maybe? As you can see, there's a feather stuck on the end of that hook. And I captured the employee. Look at, their foot is caught. Look at their eyes, guys. Why be the reason this happens? What are we doing? This isn't mandatory. We don't have to do this. And as the guy was doing earlier, he was using a prod. I don't know why. In all my years as a former inspector, I'd never seen someone use a prod to push the animals around. I don't know why somebody would do that.
These little places fixed.
The smell is rancid. A lot of these animals are deformed. At just 42 days old, their body parts will grow immensely, massively. They can't even, in most cases, hold their own body weight, even if they were afraid of the person with the rod who's maneuvering them around or pushing them. Look at this. What the hell is he doing? Unbelievable. This is your food system, guys. If you pay for this, you pay for this to happen to innocent sentient beings who don't deserve to go through this. As you can see over there, it looks like it might be an unlocked area. It's hard to tell. So, guys, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I used to work for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. We are in Amsterdam right now at a slaughterhouse. And as you can see, the employees, they use metal weapons to manipulate the birds for some reason, which makes absolutely no sense to me. As you can see, look at this. What is going on? And I'm sure if I wasn't here, it would be a different process. Does this look like a humane thing to do? Like, what is he doing? Can I ask why you're using the metal prod? How are you helping them? How? Why does it help? Well, how does it help them? You said you're helping them. You don't want to be transparent and tell us what's going on? Your job to help them, but how is putting a metal prod in there helping them? Is it because it's sinking down on them, the crates? I'm here to film what's going on because I think the world should know what's happening with their food system. Well, yeah, but this isn't right. Why is this right when you can have something else? You can eat anything else. You don't have to put animals through this situation. Anything. Beans, legumes, lentils, tofu. Meat's good for you? This is good for you? How is this good for you?
You can be healthy without eating meat.
He's
You can get protein without eating meat.
He's a nutritionist. Does he look like he's not healthy?
Yeah, I think I have more muscle than you.
So this is completely unnecessary. We don't have to do this. We can change jobs.
They have emotions. They feel just like you do. Imagine being in their place.
They're individuals, right? So there you go, guys. They don't want to say what's actually happening and why he's actually using this weapon to move the animals around. My assumption is that it might be that they're trying to lift up the crates because the crates are sinking down on the birds, or the birds might be crushed. And so that isn't a welfare thing. That's actually because they want to have more profits. It has nothing to do with welfare. The smell here is absolutely horrific. I can't explain it to you.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, it is insane. Hey guys. So guys, once again, we are in Amsterdam. This is on the side of the road at a slaughterhouse. Chip, there's another truck there. I'm gonna go see it. So we're here to expose this disgusting industry for what it is. And now people might be crying in the chat. They might be big babies in the chat. So why don't you, instead of being a big baby, stop eating babies? How about that? And so this guy was manipulating, I guess, the crates or the birds. So this guy's like on the side here. I'm gonna see if I can get a better look. They oftentimes don't want you to see what's going on. They hide the truth from everybody. So here's another truck. Can you imagine being crushed against the side here? These poor little baby birds. What did they ever do to you to force them to be in this type of a situation? They vomit all over each other. They shit all over each other. Look at these crates smashed in. No one gives a fuck. There's the people that talk about welfare. You call this welfare? Please. Even in your most welfarist mind, the crates are broken. I think that probably goes against their own standards of care. Look at these crates. I bet you the website here claims that they are highly, highly taken care of, the most high welfare standards, and yet they're riding around with broken crates. These animals obviously are getting jabbed and hurt, taken advantage of. The fucking smell here, I can't even explain it. I'm gonna see if I can set up a tripod. Here guys, just give me a minute and maybe give you some better audio quality. So once again, we are just at a local, people talk about local all the time, local slaughterhouse. A place where they kill thousands of innocent baby birds. These birds are 42 days old, roughly. Look how big they are. That's due to genetic engineering. So they engineer the birds to be as big as possible. They're full of parasites. They have pathogens like E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter, your risk of avian influenza. Absolutely disgusting. Like, look at these crates too. And isn't the Netherlands supposed to be like this place where they care? Well, I gotta say, any country that takes the lives of innocent animals for unnecessary products doesn't care. And this is no different from all the other countries I've been in. People want to lie about their country and say, no, we don't do that. But you saw earlier the guy with the prod, the weapon, manipulating the poor birds so they don't get crushed by one of their shitty crates. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Yeah, Chip's here. Smartly wore a mask because it fucking reeks out here. Disgusting. What have humans done? What is this? Is this what the accomplishment is? Engineering all these baby birds to be fucking mutants that can't even hold their own body weight. Even if they wanted to run away, they can't. How disgusting is this? Fuck, man. So in a little bit, I'm gonna go see if I can see where, yeah, they're chicken. They're awaiting their inevitable slaughter execution. Shame. Yeah, of course I'm vegan. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I learned that you didn't have to eat animals. And now they're moving up because, well, of course, they don't want you to see the truth. Which is pretty typical of this industry. Can't say I'm surprised. Yeah, Raymond, Jacinto, Ramon, Jacinto. Go beside one of these trucks and tell me if that's something you're interested in eating. The ammonia-filled sheds that they live in, how much it stinks, it reeks. Absolutely disgusting. And you know what's more? What's more is you guys don't even realize the diseases that these animals have. And you all fucking eat their body parts. They go into like chlorine baths. So the birds stink. They shit all over each other. They live in ammonia-filled sheds. I'll get to them in a second. I'm just putting in a mic so you guys can hear me. Well, I would say probably now the most common method is they put them in a gas chamber and then they slit their throats. Other methods are they put their heads in an electrocution bath. So what they do is like they zap their heads. And Pia's got the statistics there. So basically, you're eating babies, 42 days old. You know, they have bugs, they have pathogens. I'm an ex-inspector, so one of my jobs was to test these body parts for residues and stuff like that. You wouldn't fucking believe what goes into your food system, how that's even allowed. It's insane. And you're all risking your lives for it. It's no wonder why our healthcare costs are so much and such. So I'm just trying to get my mic up here so you guys can hear me better. Then I'll get up close to the truck. And hopefully Chip isn't getting in too much trouble over there. So guys, let me know where you're from. Hit 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Hit 2 if you're someone who's considering change. Hit any other button or make any other emoji if you're just someone who doesn't care. Double tap the screen, please. Hit like, hit subscribe. Tell all your friends. It's tough being out here. I'm gonna have to go quick because my guy Chip is being surrounded a bit by some workers. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me know if you guys hear me. See if my guy's getting bullied or what. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear. So guys, once again, we are in Amsterdam. My guy is getting surrounded here by a bunch of workers. Thank you. Let me know where you guys hail from. If you've seen these trucks before, what did they say?
What are you doing? Just
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to
No.
engage in
The minute I
conversation.
explained to them, imagine if these were dogs or puppies, they were like...
They
okay.
ran.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
This, everyone. This is what we're going to show.
So they're going to move around the trucks to hide them from us, obviously.
These sentient beings being treated like objects. All for what? All for some fucking trivial products.
Imagine thinking this is okay.
No, this isn't Philly. This is Amsterdam. Look at the crates. High welfare standards, right? Sure. But I'm not looking for welfare. I'm looking for abolishment. This industry needs to die. Just as it sends these baby birds to the slaughterhouse, this industry needs to die. And look at what this industry does. So-called transparent industry that says they care about animal welfare, aka, and they care about their image, while they're running with their trucks down the road because they're scared for us to show the fucking truth. Disgusting. Fucking cowards. Look at them run. Go drive up there, then they're gonna drive down the street. This is what happens. This industry lies. It's a lying industry, and it's a dying one, because many people are opening up their hearts and minds to change. How's it going, Axel, Pia, Marissa, Martin, Sober Vegan? Thank you for being here. I probably missed a few names as well. There's one truck that just drove down the road. This guy's laughing. So I wonder if this is probably where they put the rendered body parts. And this is like the little security gate. So this looks like where the birds might go in. Interesting. Maybe I can get a better view. Look at the gates, guys. Look at this is like a military base hiding the truth from you and what takes place in this disgusting industry. Let me know if you guys can see anything. I don't know if I could see anything from there. So the other truck drove way, way up just to hide from us. And you can hear the little chirps. That's all the energy they can muster. Can you imagine they were probably on the highway? Imagine driving on the highway with the window open. I think there's probably where they're...
Do you think that thing is open?
That could be just a holding barn.
Okay, we're gonna go see if there's a...
We see the one truck there, right there lined up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see if we can get a better look.
Oh, look at that. There's even more trucks.
So many trucks here, guys. It's crazy. So that's being unloaded right now then. Yeah. So it looks like they're unloaded, and my guess is they are put into a gas chamber, or they're unloaded and set here. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I worked for the Canadian government in my past. I used to work in these places and I saw what people do to animals. And then one day I learned that we don't have to eat animals in order to live. So why the fuck would we do something so monstrous to them? We can all change, my guy. Many slaughterhouse workers have changed. So I'm not sure if they just line them up here and then there's maybe a conveyor belt that pushes them into either the gas chamber. My guess is probably a gas chamber. So guys, just a reminder, if you ever do any of this type of protest, just keep your head on a swivel. You never know when people might get triggered. I recommend going with other people as well. Probably a good idea, just in case. So they probably normally don't bring in the trucks here this soon, but because we're here, they probably don't want us showing the truth. And so as you can see, there's little birds sitting alongside this truck here with this gate, this massive gate, hiding the truth here from everyone. You know, if it was my business, I would have the doors open. If I was proud of what I did, I certainly wouldn't have a gate hiding everything. These poor birds have nothing, and people exploit them. They're 42 days old, by the way, suffer with disease. They can't even hold their own body weight. They've been genetically engineered to grow as fast as possible, equivalent to a 250-pound human being at just 7 weeks old. You can see smoking near the truck. It doesn't matter. Nobody gives a shit about these animals. And these companies want to claim they care. Oh, I care. Oh, we care. Highest welfare state. Sure. There's no such thing. How do I know? I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector, guys. I've seen it firsthand. I was told my entire life we have to eat animals. I was told my entire life. And then one day I learned that I didn't have to. It fucking reeks out here. I don't know. I don't think so. That looks like a strawberry truck, maybe. Let's hope.
No, this was the other meat processing facility that we had next to it.
Is it? Do you want to ask? Hey, do they kill animals here? You don't speak. Fala português. Eles fizeram o animals aqui.
Eu venho carregar para Portugal.
Oh, he's not telling me. He doesn't want to tell me. And that kind of gives me the answer there. For sure they do. So yeah, 42 days old. And it's, you know what's like amazing is these flex. Like these people come on and flex and think that eating a baby is like sort of like a cool thing. Well, just so you know, you can look all these up. Campylobacter, E. coli, Salmonella, Listeria. Look all those things up. Look up avian influenza. Look up, sorry, just a second. Look up peritonitis, look up ascites, look up any disease from all these animals. Look up dermatitis. Yeah, avian influenza, bird flu, same thing. Look up dermatitis. These people, when they're eating their KFC or whatever animal it is, and they bite into that wing and it's all crunchy, that's just cooked dermatitis. This guy's filming us, so maybe he wants to have a conversation. How you doing, sir? Speak English? No? Is your truck? Your business? No? No? You understand what I'm saying though, right? They're just babies, right? I used to work as an inspector. I saw this.
That it's okay to do this.
We can move away from it, you know? We can stop. They're just baby birds, right? We can eat something else. No?
Making food.
No, we have food. We can get lots of food elsewhere. No.
This isn't food. These are individuals.
That's abuse. That's abuse. And you're teaching your child
Don't
this.
feel like you do. Each and every
They're just
single one has
babies.
emotion.
They're just babies. You can change. You can change. Oh, it just fucking reeks out here, guys. Oh my God, I can't even explain it. Just wondering if I can get a better look. No, I just seen what happens, and I just think no one should be used and abused for my dietary preferences. I was lied to. Also, I don't think others should be exploited for me. They're individuals. They don't have to be treated or used in any way, shape, or form. So just stop. And you're saying I'm judging. Well, I don't think anybody should have to be executed, bred into existence as a genetic freak. to have to go through something like this. Like, think about it. And it's not judgment, it's just saying this place needs to be shut down. Taking lives has a toll on workers as well, if you didn't know. PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, increased violent crime rates, all these things happen or occur because of places like this. All these places need to be shut down. And the irony of it all is when avian influenza comes and wipes us all out, people are still not even gonna fucking know what caused that or how that used to happen. Hello. Sorry? Speak English? No?
You?
Yeah.
Speak English.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? You want to know why I'm here?
Yeah.
I used to be an inspector.
Inspector.
Yeah.
What?
For animals.
What animals?
Yeah. In Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah. And so now.
It's difficult to see the Netherlands and Canada.
Well, we don't. But we don't have to do this. You know, we don't have to. So now I'm telling the world. I learned that we can live without eating animals. So why do this to them? We don't have to.
You don't have that.
Yeah, vegan 12 years.
Oh, 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years vegan, no problem. It's mindset. You know, you just stop doing that. That's it. You know?
It's vegan.
Another vegan over here?
Yeah, it's vegan.
The strawberries, yes.
Only vegan.
No animals killed here? Okay, obrigado. Vegan isn't an L. What is an L is, I'll show you. That is an L. That certainly is an L. How monstrous is it what we do to these baby animals? How disgusting. Yeah, exactly. Why would I touch the fence? KFC is disgusting. Again, if you eat KFC, next time you bite into the carcass and it tastes crunchy, just know that you're either eating a tumor, a cancer ball, any chicken really. Just know that you're biting into dermatitis. So enjoy your dermatitis. The weird thing is, like, when you see an animal in the street, like a squirrel or something, you're generally like looking at them with awe, or like just like, you know, you don't salivate when you look at them. I don't think anybody's salivating looking at this chicken here. Nobody's like looking at them being like, I'm hungry. So you got to think, why does that happen? Why do we feel that way? You know, these animals are covered in their own waste too. What do you think happens with the waste? Do you think you can actually sterilize these animals enough to get their shit and feces off of them? No matter how many chlorine baths you give, no matter how many microbiological chemical sprays that you spray on them, there's still 1 in 6 chance in the United States alone that you're going to contract a pathogen. And it's no wonder, right? It's no wonder. You know that chickens can see in more colors than we can. And look at all the waste. Look at it. So they get covered in that. They either get put in an electrocuted bath where their heads get electrocuted after they're hung on a shackle Sometimes they have their legs break or rip off even. Then they're sent into a skull tank after their neck has been slit. The skull tank is to remove their feathers and their fleas and try to remove as much debris, they call it, from their skin. That's their skin, and you eat that. You're eating breasts, people. You're eating breasts. Put that in the human context. Imagine if it was normalized to eat human breasts. You're eating fucking breasts. Next time you go out and eat an animal breast, just remember that you're eating a fucking breast. How insane is that? Guys, hit 1 in the chat if you're vegan. Hit 2 if you're someone who's seeing this and wants to create change. Hit 2 if you're somebody who's okay with this. Hit anything else. Let's double tap the screen. Let's hit the like button. Please share the stream. We are in Amsterdam at a disgusting hellhole facility called a slaughterhouse, where they take the lives of innocent little baby birds. They're just 42 days old mostly. They've been genetically engineered to grow as fast as possible, equivalent to like a 250-pound human being at just 7 weeks old. Can you imagine a bunch of 42-day-old human beings weighing 250 pounds? We call that a nightmare. But because they're genetically engineered, pumped full of God knows what, they aren't even anywhere near the birds that they used to be. It's just a mindset, guys. This is what they're shitting all over each other. This is what they live in. Quite literally, this is what they live in sheds. And you eat that shit. Look at this. This is the Netherlands. Look at the crates. They're broken. Because no one gives a shit. No one actually gives a shit. They just care about their yum-yums and can't think about the ethics of it all. And they've never been a victim. I mean, imagine being an actual victim. It's who you eat, people. This is who you eat. And many have never even thought about it. Never even come close to thinking about it, and that's why we're showing what we're showing here today. Absolutely disgusting. What have humans done? What have we done to this world that this is somehow acceptable? This is not acceptable. And many of us are changing. Many of us are moving away from this disgusting nightmare. I've been vegan for 12 years. I used to work in these places. This was my job, actually, to go around and count all the birds, see which ones are dead, see which ones were injured, look at the conditions of the crates, and then report to that. But nothing's ever done. Nothing's ever done. Sure, I got fired, I got whatever. You can say what you want. I don't care. I really don't. Doesn't justify your actions, bro. Doesn't justify this. monstrous thing that we do to them. Disgusting. Fucking smell. I have to stand away every few seconds. People wonder how avian influenza happens. They wonder how zoonotic diseases happen. Well, I worked in an emergency outbreak response in 2014. My role was to give inspectors PPE equipment so they could go on these farms and cull the chickens. And so that's what took place, if you can believe that. So they would cull the chickens, they would come back, but they would also say, I'm scared. I'm scared because I don't want to catch avian influenza. And so that would happen quite often. And some of the stories they told me, some of the stories they would tell me were they'd see rats and mice inside these barns, and they were eating the bodies of these birds that were put in like a foam culling agent. So they were worried about catching avian influenza themselves. And they were seeing all these different animals eat the corpses of animals that had already had avian influenza. Can you believe that? Demo seems... What's up, Demo? You seem to say a lot. Do you want to have a further discussion, Demo? There's a link in my bio. It's to Discord, and you can have a discussion with one of us, and we can discuss all the things. Yeah. Well, this is a reality. These are the realities. And the other thing, too, is, like, I hate going to the human context because you see the baby birds, and you should just respect the birds and the animals and leave them the fuck alone. But sometimes it takes humans a little bit to wake up because they're indoctrinated. But the irony is, like, there's nations consuming animal products now that haven't made or had these animal products on such scale as they do in, say, Western nations. So, like in Asia and other places, Middle East, they're starting to build these factory farms and they're starting to build these slaughterhouses. Well, they don't have necessarily the same biosecurity measures as, say, we do. And so the spread of zoonotic disease is inevitable. And just for your sake, if you care about your loved ones, if you care about your family, if you care about your friends, if you actually care about them, this is something you'd be considering moving away from, because eventually something like this that's already been cows have already caught avian influenza it's gonna end up wiping out a bunch of humanity. And you thought recent events were bad. We're looking at like maybe a 50% death rate, even a 5% death rate. You can't even imagine. So not only are you supporting an industry that exploits innocent sentient beings, but you're also not really giving a shit about your family or your friends or your neighbors. I don't know why you wouldn't care about that. I don't know why you think that would be acceptable. Do you not care about your loved ones? Do you not think that they should be respected? It really is sheeple, I gotta say. And so these guys next door, they're wearing like biosecurity gear, so it leads me to believe they're killing animals there as well. And so there's baby birds on here if you're just tuning in. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I worked for the Canadian government for many years. You want to talk? Oh, maybe they're gonna come talk. How you doing? How you doing? Good. Yeah. So we're here showing the world about the trucks and stuff. Do you know what veganism is? Vegano, vegan. Yeah. You leave the animals alone. No English? Dutch. Yeah. We want to finish this industry. No more. Leave the birds alone, you know? Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't understand, or maybe he just doesn't want to understand. Yeah, Ben. So we're showing these 42-day-old birds about to go and to either be put into an electric bath before their throats are slit, or to be put into a gas chamber. And we're sort of appealing to humanity to say, look, this isn't necessary. We don't have to do this to others. We can live without consuming animals perfectly fine and healthy. And so, yeah, so then they get, after their bodies, or after that's done to their bodies, is this another truck? No. Then they'll be put into a skull tank. Their bodies will be defeathered, and yeah, they'll be chopped up. You filming while you're driving? Nice. Not surprising. I didn't realize you could film while you're driving. So I'm with my friend Chip, and we are exposing this, and I'll show you directly who we're here for today.
Where we don't really care about.
So we're led to believe about 80,000 birds go in here every single day. Can you imagine? I'm wary to get close because I don't want to startle them. Imagine that was you. Imagine some being came down and just decided to factory farm you. They could choose not to. They could say, hey, I can eat something else. But then they just chose to arbitrarily, just because everyone else did it. Well, everyone else does it, so maybe that's what I'll do. That'll be lathered all over their bodies. Look relaxed. How about I put you outside on a highway, strap you to the roof? How would that feel? Would you like that? What about being genetically engineered so you grow so much weight you can't even move or run away? Would you like that? Would that make you relaxed? Human supremacy and apathy. Pathetic. Imagine not being able to defend yourself. You can say I'm mad. Yeah, I'm upset this is happening. Of course I'm upset. Are you saying people shouldn't have emotions?
If I want to be here showing you about horrors and what it is, do you think I like putting myself in this position? The first time I started, I felt like, wow, I really want to be, but I don't want to be showing you.
Why be a monster to others when you don't have to be? Yeah, thanks. Double tap the screen, guys. Hit 1 if you're vegan. Hit 2 if you're someone thinking about change. If you are someone who thinks this is acceptable and you want to continue eating baby birds or exploiting others for your gain, hit anything else. Also double tap the screen. Oh, so they're backing up the truck here. So from what I gather is they take the crates off the truck. Rebel, wolf, you eat baby birds. Do you think that's a flex? Why do you think eating 42-year-old beings is a flex? I think that's pretty weak. And you can be better. So why not be better? So I think they store the hens here, or the chickens here. I just wonder maybe if the slaughter's in the back. So they'll probably, this is likely a dual purpose, so they drop the crates off here. Then either they'll bring the crates to another spot where they unload them, or there's an automatic feeder that will put them in a gas chamber. So if you didn't know what a gas chamber does, it builds up carbonic acid in the being so that they pass out, essentially. So it's very painful. If you can imagine having your lungs, your eyes, your entire body filled with gas. They actually wanted to ban gas use in the UK a long time ago. However, they decided not to due to economic reasons. This guy just checked his door to see if it was open. That's funny. Yeah, Rebel, Wolf, what are you changing? What, like, literally, what are you doing, bro? You come on to my stream, you talk about being a fucking whatever, beta male, whatever the fuck you are. You come here, you talk shit. What the fuck are you doing for the world? Quite literally, you come here on the stream to talk shit to me. What the fuck do you do, bro? What do? You do nothing. You're an NPC. You're the same as all the other NPCs, man. Same as all the other NPCs. Yeah, my guess is it's a gas chamber. Just because they store the crates there, I don't imagine that they would do that if there was a conveyor belt, because then I think they would just drop them off on a conveyor belt. You're happy? How can you be happy if you're sitting here trolling a bunch of vegans? I mean, that's quite opposite of that. Look at, so there's like some concern here. Like, imagine you're a happy person and then you go troll people that are defending animals. Yeah, real happy. Such a happy person. I don't think I can really get a good look, but I'll push it up to see if there's anything you guys can see. Not sure. So we're at a slaughterhouse here in the Netherlands. And so one of the trucks just went inside. There's another truck here. So my name is David. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. Used to work for the Canadian government. I wonder if these are the killers. The backup killers, maybe. And so 12 years ago, I learned that we didn't have to eat animals. And so I stopped, and now I share my story, and I try to expose slaughterhouses. Because it's fucking disgusting what we do to animals, and I think I've probably seen more than many, or probably almost everyone. We don't need to do this to living sentient beings. We're lied to. And so now there's a number of us sharing the truth about what takes place. And guys, just so you know, this doesn't stop here. Next Friday, we're going to be doing Project Livestream number 9. There's going to be activists all over the world showing the truth about what takes place with your food system, including slaughterhouses, the places that execute the animals. So if you want to get involved, hit up It's Mel and Steve. They are in the chat right now. Hit them up. We'll get you involved. We will expose these disgusting hellhole facilities for what they are. They are definitely a nightmare, and this needs to be abolished. This needs to be shut down. Everything about it is absolutely disgusting. Some people want to look at it for the environmental reasons, sure, health reasons, sure. But really it's about viewing animals as commodities, not viewing them as objects, exploiting them, and such. Yes, go please check out It's Mel and Steve. They just dropped, guys, you won't even believe it, an undercover investigation into, I don't even want to say, I don't want to even explain what it is. I will leave you on a cliffhanger. Go over and watch that, and you can see for yourself just how innocent animals are exploited in this industry. And user, VR, whatever, you can change into a sanctuary. You can stop today. Plenty of people have changed, including myself. There's other activists who are actually doing exactly what I'm doing, project live streaming at these disgusting facilities, showing the truth. And there's someone named Rowdy Girl Sanctuary. She used to be a cattle rancher in Texas, of all places, and she changed. Exactly. This all needs to be shut down yesterday. Look at the feces. Look at the feces. There's gonna be animals and critters walking all over this. And people wonder how avian influenza starts. There's avian influenza in cows, quite literally, in cows. Insane. And so this guy's gonna be in a hurry to move his truck, because, I mean, God forbid we show the truth. Humans aren't the top predator. That makes no sense. Well, maybe in a way we are, because we exploit and execute and harm all these innocent animals. Maybe you're right. We even genetically engineer them so they can't hold their own fucking body weight. They claim things like welfare and humane. You know it's all a lie, right? To make you feel better about your food choices. Look at this shit that's left behind on the public walkway. Incredible. The smell, the stench. Unbelievable. Humans actually suck. So guys, this is in Amsterdam, but this is all over the world, right? I've been to many countries, and people want to talk about their countries like it's somehow special. This is no different. These are all disgusting hellhole facilities. How you doing, Chip? Chip's doing a live stream as well. Please go over and watch him, subscribe to his channel. Guys does incredible work every day for the animals. Absolutely disgusting smell. Absolutely disgusting industry. People can change jobs. I did. It's time to change, guys. No more. No more. We're done. It's time to change. Leave them alone. You can make money other ways. No. Why would I go home when I'm here? Get off the internet if you don't like it. Exactly. Do what's right. Be honest. Be kind. Look, when we're kids and we see these animals, we're curious about them. We want to get to know them. And then what happens? We lose our empathy along the way. Why? Because we've been told. We've been told that animals are things, that they're products. Absolutely disgusting. Hey guys, how are you doing over here? I'll turn mine around too. So guys, we are at a disgusting hellhole facility. You're just tuning in. This place kills about 60 to 80,000 innocent baby birds every single day, all for some little menial trivial pleasure, for unnecessary products. And it doesn't have to happen. We're living proof. 12 years vegan. 4 years vegan. It doesn't matter. The point is, we don't have to do this. We can live without it. Living proof here. Look at this guy's jacked. I've been healthy, fine, and I know hundreds, if not more, vegans along the world. And the irony is, sometimes people will tell us, "Oh, vegans need this or that." But when I ask them if they know a vegan, they don't ever know a vegan, which is fucking weird. So guys, go over to Chip. It's that Chip guy, or it's that Chip guy?
Yeah.
It's that Chip guy. Go over to his channel, subscribe. This guy's out in the streets every day in Amsterdam trying to convince hearts and minds that they align with other things, that they align with not putting innocent babies into slaughterhouses. Come on, wake up. They're like 6, 7, 8 weeks old. It's ridiculous. This doesn't need to happen. How are you doing, Chip?
It's just difficult to think, because there was this couple that they were nibbling at each other. They were feeling, they were loving each other, and just it's so difficult to think that they're just gonna be fucking killed today. Like, it's just, I'm gonna cry again if I think about it. It's just so insane.
It's the right reaction, right? So this is Chip's first time bearing witness. Unfortunately for me, I've seen it so much, my emotions don't grab me as much, just because I've witnessed it so much as an inspector. My role was literally to walk around these disgusting trucks and count for dead birds. That was my job. And so I would see sometimes 20, 30 trucks, maybe up to 50 trucks a day, and indoctrinated, right? I thought I was doing some sort of a welfarist thing. I was doing the right thing. I was protecting Canadians from, I don't even know what the fuck. It was just a token position. Now that I look at it, it's pretty sad how we're indoctrinated.
It's fucking sad, and it's ridiculous that people come into my stream and they start saying stuff like yum yum, or there's a person in my stream who thinks the fact that they're suffering makes them want more chickens.
Right.
The fact that they're seeing them in pain wants them more. Like, what kind of psychopath do you have to be to say that?
Yeah.
You see a defenseless animal, you see them feeling love and taking care of each other, and you're saying, well, the fact that they are suffering makes me want them more. The fact that they're in love makes me want to break them apart even more. Yeah, you're right. You're a good person. You should go out there, look in the mirror, and say, I'm a good person. Today, I paid for 2 animals who loved each other to break them apart, cut their throat, chop them into pieces, all for my own taste pleasure.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And so the indoctrination runs deep. And I think, honestly, people do this because the more they realize that there's pushback, they have to find a reason. So the best thing, or best weapon they think they have, is to say crazy things in order to, like, try to remove themselves from the responsibility that they cause, because the alternative is they have to accept what we're saying. And so if they have to accept what we're saying, then they have to realize that they're paying for animal torture, abuse, and exploiting them, commodifying them and all these things. And a lot of people are just so grabbed onto their culture and stuff like that they just don't want to take responsibility.
Yeah, what even is the purpose of all of this? Like, how can you possibly justify this fucking horrific thing?
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's insane to me that you would see such beautiful creatures and you would say, oh, well, you know what, fuck it. Like with the people I speak to on the street, like, at least they're disconnected to it, they're like, at least, they just buy a product, they can justify it somehow.
Yeah.
But when you see these animals, when you see them being in this position, how can you fucking justify it?
Yeah.
How can you say, no, it's okay? No, I cutting their throat is okay. They feel love, sure, but fuck it, I feel love too.
Yeah.
It's okay to cut their throat because, I want to get the taste, the yum-yums.
Yeah, it is wild, right? And again, I think it just boils down to all our indoctrination, how we've been indoctrinated since a young age to think that it's okay to use animals. They're just animals. It doesn't matter what they feel. And the other thing too is, like, you see people with companion animals, the way they love them, the way they treat them, the way they feel for them, and they've disconnected them from, like, the animals that they eat, when we all know, humans are animals as well, that we all have similar values. Like, it's very conditional, the way we use animals, the way we treat other animals, when it benefits us. But sometimes you don't think about your own actions. You don't think about how you are participating in this. And it's very easy because you go to the grocery store, you see something wrapped up, but you don't even think about the process. This is why we think it's so important to bring and shed light to disgusting hellhole facilities like this, to show the world the truth, the reality. Why are there gates? Why are there fences? If you are so fucking proud about what you do, invite us in. Show us the truth. Let's see our food system. Don't talk to us like we're babies and that we can't hide or we can't handle it.
This truck right here, they moved it inside. Why did they move the truck inside?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't want you to see it. The more you see it, the worse it is for them.
Exactly.
That's why they moved the truck inside.
They
don't want you to see the truth. And some of you are so fucking, like, brainwashed, and you're such bootlickers that you'd rather defend the people who are trying to hide the truth from you.
It's crazy.
Rather than be on the right side of history for once.
It's crazy.
How
much
the hell are you? Like,
it's such sheeple bot mentality. And people, what's funny is, like, I saw the other day, someone was talking about, like, Bill Gates and all this thing, like, and maybe there is something to that, who cares? But they're saying that, oh yeah, like, the woke vegans are doing something. No, we're literally here just asking you to be a kind person. If you'd save a dog from a hot car when no one else is around, then do the same thing for the other animals. That's it. It's very fucking simple.
It is.
It's very simple.
I thought you were not here to judge. No, I think we're past that. I think the moment you see an innocent animal, you see a little couple of chickens, an actual couple, 2 chickens who love each other, who peck at each other, who hug each other, and you say, I enjoy that. I enjoy the fact that they're gonna suffer. I'm just gonna slaughter more because of that. The fact that you see 2 of these and you feel so, like, you're so insecure in your own emotions that you lash out at the most defenseless creatures, then you deserve some form of judgment.
Yeah.
You deserve somebody to call you out for who you are. A coward. Because that's who you are.
I agree.
If you pay for these animals like that, you're a
if you
coward.
know. Go watch the 3-minute movie challenge inside the descriptions on these channels. Go take a look. You'll see the truth. And so someone asked here, Chip, would you say eating an animal who has lived a long life is still inhumane?
Yeah.
I would almost argue that's probably even worse. You built a relationship with this animal. They look to you, and you're just doing this for something that's unnecessary. You don't have to eat animals. We've already established that.
At what point, please explain to me, at what moment in time is it okay to kill an old person? When is it okay to take the knife and kill an old person? At what age would it be okay? Without their consent, when would that be okay? Tell me. Because if the answer is never, and that's because they experience life, then the answer is never for all animals also, because they also experience life. Because maybe you didn't see a lot of that, but just moments ago, there were thousands of individuals right here, but there still are. We still see the individuals there. They moved the truck over there so that we don't see them. Why? Because if you see the truth, you may not want to participate in it. If you continue seeing that beautiful couple of chickens, you may not want to support their throats being cut. I guess the people on David's stream haven't really seen, but there was, in this little truck over here, there was a couple, I mean 2 chickens. They were a male and a female. They were sitting by each other. They were pecking at each other, hugging each other and taking care of each other, sitting by each other from the beginning, from the moment that the truck came.
Guys, so since you're hearing all this, I'd like to know, if you're vegan, hit 1. If you are someone considering change, hit 2. And if you're someone who wants to carry on and doesn't really care, hit anything else. Also, please double tap the screen. Guys, hit like, hit subscribe. Please donate to this gentleman. He's doing incredible work. He needs the support. And yeah, guys, please move away from this. There's something called the 3-minute movie challenge in the description. Please check that out. Go watch it. See the truth. This isn't a one-off. This is actually standard industry practice that happens every single day here at disgusting hellhole slaughterhouse facilities. Also, next Friday is a big one. Project Livestream. We're going to go live at so many different slaughterhouses across the world with so many different activists. Please join us. Get active. Join us. Get involved. Go to It's at Mel and Steve on Instagram. We can help you get the 50 subscribers you need to get active for the animals, because this place needs to shut down. We need to shut down these disgusting hellhole facilities once and for all.
It's fucking horrific. That's the reality of it. And I don't think any of you can possibly understand the smell that is happening here.
It's awful.
What these individuals... That's why I'm wearing a mask right now, because the smell is fucking horrific.
I probably should have worn one myself.
Yeah, do you want one? I have another one.
It's fine. It's damage is done, so to say. Yeah, do you guys have any questions for Chip or I?
Yeah, and you know, let's do a little bit of experiment. If you've been here for a while and you're not vegan, type 6 if you're feeling bad about what you just saw. Just type a 6 if you're feeling bad about what you saw. Does that mask prevent smelling? Yeah, it does, of course. Let's see if we get some non-vegans.
Mike, you're talking about these weird hypotheticals and maybe some fringe situations.
We do have some people who feel sad about it.
Yeah. Let's talk about your use, Mike. Mike, you can go to a supermarket, you can get plant-based items, you can live healthy and fine. Let's talk about you instead of what's happening with back in the day Inuit people who put their loved ones on a iceberg or whatever.
Oh, look, this is the psychopath who said who watched the couple and said, because they suffer, it's okay. He wants even more to kill them.
Yeah, see, that's deranged mentality. If you guys didn't hear, this guy over here says...
Ethan Myers, I'm gonna report him.
Yeah, so he's saying that he's for animal torture because it tastes better when the animals are tortured. Can you imagine the mentality? So this is the mental gymnastics that people do, and this is another reason why we have these live streams, so we can show how far people are willing to go with their mental gymnastics. Yes, good question, Axel. So,
What did Axel ask?
so the question is, could we address why vegetarianism is something we also don't support? Some people are confused here that we're supporting vegetarian. So guys, the idea of using animals is the first and foremost thing. So we don't view animals as commodities. We don't look to exploit them. Now, with the cow and eggs, with the dairy and eggs industry, so I'll start with the male chicks. So there's a video in my description called the 3-Minute Movie Challenge. You can see this all for yourself. Standard industry practice. I'm an ex-inspector. I used to work in this industry, so I can verify its validity. So all the male chicks that, well, most of the male chicks that go into this industry are grounded up alive on their first day of life. Why? Because they're not female. They don't carry the same type of body weight that the females do, so they grow super fast, and the males are just discarded as a waste product, so they'll be blended up alive on their first day of life. No anesthesia, no nothing. Also, as well, inside these places, sometimes they'll put them in gas, or they'll literally put them in a garbage bag and suffocate them to death. So those are the methods on how they use the animals, or sorry, that's how they choose the animals. So again, the female breasts grow so big, and they can grow much larger. They've been genetically engineered. So that's one of the many reasons why you shouldn't use the hens. The hens, back in the early days, in early 1900s, they probably lay about 12 to 15 eggs per year. Now they've been genetically engineered to produce up to 300 eggs per year. They're trying to push that up to 500. So what that does is it causes prolapses, it leaches iron, calcium, causes osteoporosis, and many other diseases, cancers and such. If you were to work on a kill floor and see what I saw with these hens that would come in, you'd see cancers all over their bodies. You'd see it in their intestines. Sometimes those intestines would just be sucked out, and the body would still go to food production. Crazy. If you don't believe it, you can look it up or go into a slaughterhouse yourself and see it. So yeah, these guys, these poor animals, sorry, the hens, when they'd get put on a shackle, their legs would rip sometimes right off. Sorry, the smell is just awful, so it's really hard for me to talk today. So sometimes their legs, while hung up on a shackle, would just rip right off. Their joints get ripped out just before they either get electrocuted or put into gas. Then they have their necks slit. Sometimes their heads don't match the same length as the knife cutter, so sometimes their face will get cut, their head will get cut, other body parts will get cut, and they'll go straight into the skull tank where they burn alive, essentially. So yeah, so many horrific things happen with the egg industry. For cows, for the milk that you think that you need or something, all the mother cows, they go to slaughter. They get shot in the face, but the captive bolt gun, they have their necks slit, jabbed at multiple times. Sometimes the gun doesn't work. Although it does stun them, they can still feel the pain. This is just a way to immobilize the animal and not have the human get hurt while they're jabbing their knife at them. So their foot is hung up on a chain. They're hung upside down so the blood can come out faster. Blood pours everywhere. Their faces are then ripped along with their bodies to rip off their skin. Oftentimes, there's someone who's mentioning abortion. Oftentimes, these cows are still pregnant when they're sent to slaughter. I've seen multiple cows still pregnant, this size to that size, sent to slaughter, which is crazy. In order to get the milk, you are artificially inseminating these cows. Someone's sticking a human being is sticking a fist to clear out the anus so they can grab a cervix, so they can stick a metal prod up the vagina with semen that's been taken from a bull, sometimes manually. Go watch the videos, you can see for yourself. How disgusting is that? Then they'll steal the calf away once born. Sometimes if they're males, they're killed right away, right in front of the mother, shot in the face. Sometimes they're buried alive. I've seen where they've been buried alive. Sometimes they're just shot, thrown in a dumpster. And oftentimes they will go as well to be fattened up, to be killed, to be eaten later. Then the mother's left without their baby. Sometimes they have 2, 3, 4 babies, usually generally 2 to 6 years old. Then they're sent to slaughter because they can't produce as much milk for the wannabe infants that think they're still infants, or humans that think they're still infants for some reason. Yeah, why not news reports? So that's what happens with the dairy industry. This is all for cow's milk. If you didn't hear, look up Jonas disease. There may be a correlation there between Crohn's disease. You can look that up. Also, if you're looking at hormones, you're looking at things like avian influenza, you're looking at increased risk of breast cancer potential, also colorectal cancer, or is it, yeah, I think it's colorectal cancer. So many risks associated with consuming dairy cows, but the main point is that we don't need to exploit or use innocent animals. We do not need them for any reason whatsoever. We can live healthy and fine without them. So why would we do this to innocent beings? It's disgusting. Yeah, sure, chicken reporter, whatever you want to call me. So if you want to look up a little bit more of this, obviously you can go into the 3-minute movie challenge listed below in the description, or you can go to Egg Truth and Dairy Truth, and you can learn about the various ways that animals are exploited and obviously not needed to use. I think you're missing the point, Dragon. Absolutely, osteoporosis is associated with dairy consumption. If you look at the highest consuming nations of dairy, you're going to see there's a massive association there. Dragon, you aren't a cow, right? I can tell you this, Dragon. If you want, I can send you a pacifier, I can send you a baby bottle, I can send you a bonnet, a blankie, I can even come burp you, but we'll switch out the cow's milk, infant cow's formula. I'll send you soy milk or oat milk or something like that. You aren't a fucking cow. No, I can't shut up. If you don't like it, there's the button up there. You can select it. Go. People think they're... So they've hidden the truck from the activists. And so these guys are just waiting to be put to death because humans are weak, frail beings who appreciate their yum-yums or taste pleasure more than sentient life, which is crazy. Like, how weak do you have to be? Once you learn and know better, you should be better. So guys, if you haven't had the chance, hit like, hit subscribe to my link tree. I see your message, Takutami. I don't know what you're talking about. If it's inappropriate or if it's annoying my mods, what can I do?